Lifestyle, homie.
What's good, everybody? This is the F and Mad podcast with your host, DJ Punch. Unfortunately, Foolish D is out for the night, so I brought the homie Cool Ass Cam in this motherfucker to co-host for your boy.
What up, though?
What up, though? Today we got the homie LayLoe in the fucking building. He's back. We telling stories. We learning new things. He's an entrepreneur. He's a hip-hop artist, rapper, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He in there doing the damn thing. What's good, LayLoe?
What the deal? You know, wherever the money at, I'm gonna be there.
All around businessman. The businessman.
The entrepreneur like a motherfucker. Shit, before we started the show, we were talking about clocking in, basically.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking, because, I mean, you know, I don't mean putting nobody's business out there, but me and Cam, we works a 9 to 5. Cam more of a night shift where, you know what I mean, he burns the midnight, how you say that shit? Burn the count of both ends, whatever.
Yeah.
He over here, and, you know, he do the family thing. But I understand people like you, because I know a couple people where they don't see themselves clocking in and out having to work for anybody.
Yeah, I just ain't gonna be able to do that one.
When did you realize, like, I can't do this shit? Have you ever had a real job?
I have. I've had.
I don't want to say real job. Have you ever had a work for anybody? Yeah, a clock-in job.
I've had a few.
What's the first job you ever had?
My first job I ever had, I worked at motherfucking Hollywood Video.
Oh shit! Not even Blockbuster. He said Hollywood Video.
Nigga.
That's fucking funny. Yeah. I think my first job was Toys R Us.
Yeah, I remember that.
Toys R Us like a motherfucker, bro. It was like seasonal.
Yeah. Mine was Sears.
I worked at Sears.
I worked at Sears too.
Seasonal. It started as seasonal.
Yeah, we all worked at Sears.
Cashier. I remember that.
I know, other than us that sit here, I know maybe like 4 or 5 other people that worked at Sears.
That's crazy.
Me too.
At the same one too.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The way I got hired at Sears, the manager came in the Hollywood Video and was like, "I want you."
I've heard of stories like that.
Wow.
So I had to put my 2 weeks in there and went straight to Sears.
What Sears was you working at?
Baldwin Hills,
Oh shit! See, you was over there,
Crenshaw Mall.
and you had things to look at. You had some things to look at.
Man,
And they for sure was paying more.
Hell yeah.
They definitely had to give you a little offer for you to leave where you was at.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You got to give me a reason to want to dip from here and come with you.
Right. For sure.
How many regular jobs you think you've had? Or how, do you know?
I've had probably about 4 or 5.
And when did you realize this shit ain't for me?
When I realized it wasn't for me is when I started seeing what real money was. And and it was like, oh, I could go clock in and make what I made today in a week. Nah, I ain't gonna be able to do that one.
Yeah.
You had to weigh the pros and cons. And
Right.
money made more sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
It comes a lot faster.
Yeah.
And you're a lot more comfortable because you don't feel like you're doing it for somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the obligation ain't there.
I think what scares a lot of people is it's a risk. It's a big ass risk.
It is a very big
going
risk.
into business for yourself or even working for yourself. No matter what the case is, no matter what kind of business it is, it's a fucking risk.
For sure.
And I understand it's scary as fuck, but I mean, like a lot of people like me, to be completely honest with you, I love fucking DJing. If I could pay all my bills by just DJing, that would be awesome. But there's a little part of me that's scared, especially because I got kids.
But I know you can do it. You've been in the game long enough.
You know what? And I feel like I can do it, bro. But it's just a fear. You know what I mean? And I think that's the difference between people like you who decide, you know what? Fuck this. I ain't gonna do this no more. And I'm sure you've had your bumps, whatever, bruises.
At the end of the day, it's all about saving for a rainy day. Because a rainy day gonna come.
Right.
But if you plant your seeds right, what happened when the rain comes?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people create hardships, and these hardships are coming based on themselves, you know, from actions they create by not planting those seeds, like you just said, you know. And when you can start building up, because Man, I've seen you like say, all right, I'm gonna take care of this for like a year, so I don't gotta even worry about this. So I know that as soon as that time comes,
Straight up. Straight up.
I'm telling you that it's like I've seen it firsthand. So, you one of them people that really plan things out and say, all right, I'm gonna take care of this and then I can work on something else in the meantime.
Right.
So
That's cool. Where did you learn that?
Shit, just bumping my head.
So you had to learn it.
I learned the
with
hard way.
Experience, just bad experiences, good experiences. Okay,
I
this
done been
work,
up,
this don't.
I done been down, and I know I don't like the way down feel.
it's a feeling that make you not want to go back.
That man, I think sometimes, and I like especially when you're at work, because you always think like this when you're at work. And then you know what I'm saying, you're super busy or it's just a terrible ass day where you're just looking outside. You're just like, I want to fucking leave.
Yeah,
and then. It's that day that you start, like me, I start inventing shit.
Yeah. You get creative.
Hey, you start to get real creative. I'm in that motherfucker like, all right, what do motherfuckers need? What do motherfuckers need?
Hey, if it work, hey, the whole world is based off buying and selling. Everything on this table right here, somebody bought this.
Yeah.
And somebody sold it.
And the cold part, man, I tell a lot of people this. We weren't really educated on things like that, and that's why it wasn't really a popular thing until these. I say the millennials started coming around because now you see a lot more entrepreneurs and people going into business themselves, and a lot of the trade schools that were around, like DeVry, ITT Tech, Art Institute, all of them, no longer, they all disappeared.
Hey, I get a check from DeVry.
I bet you do. They owe you, huh?
Bro, I went to DeVry for I want to say maybe like a year and a half. I almost got to the point where I got my AA. I was trying to get my bachelor's. I couldn't do it no more. I was working, and it just got too expensive. But for some strange ass fucking reason, I was getting kicked bread, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? One day, I opened it, and it was a lawsuit because I went to school during a time when somebody else did, and they couldn't find no work afterwards when supposedly they were supposed to help you. Yep. Everybody in that class got fucking bread.
Wow. It worked out in your favor.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Tell that to Annie Mae because I still owe that bitch.
But I'm telling you, bro, to this day,
Sally Mae,
I get a lot of that shit
Sally
in the mail. From all the different places I've worked, it's all kind of shit like that going on. The different companies.
I get checks from Walmart sometimes. Yeah. And it'd be an unexpected ass check too.
I'm pretty sure Walmart got a gang of them,
and they probably hit right on time every time.
Bro, it'd be that day right before payday when you got no type of bread and that little $60 hit.
And then that gap, that lit period of time of when they say you had to have worked there, it's so long. It'd be like a 2 to 5 year span. And you're like, man, I only worked there for 6 months, but you saying I got action at this?
Run
okay,
that.
for sure.
Give it to me.
That shit wild, man. So I know you have a lot of businesses. You have a lot of things you're doing, especially in music.
Right.
What are you trying to accomplish within music as far as being an artist and then as far as your label?
Pretty much just get the people the good music. We need to bring the good music back because the music out right now, it's a few songs I could say, okay, they trying to do it again, but the rest of them is just like, y'all really think that shit hard, huh? You know who,
like, honestly, maybe a couple years ago, I'd have been like, nah, I don't like them. But now that I'm older and I'm starting to understand what the younger music is, because unfortunately I have to download it. You know what I mean?
Right, because you're a DJ.
Because I'm a DJ. You know what I mean? And I have to listen and I have to know the song. You know what I mean? But like 2 years ago, I'd have been like, nah, I don't want to hear no type of DaBaby. Now, I'm sorry, I like it.
He doing his shit.
He doing his shit.
I give it to him.
You ever heard his story about how he killed somebody?
No, I haven't, actually.
D was telling me that shit.
Damn.
Look that shit up on the internet,
I heard
bro.
about that, but I didn't really check into the full story.
I don't want to quote nothing because I don't know anything 100%. But if you want to do any type of research on that shit's crazy. If that story is true, that shit's fucking crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Motherfucker making millions now.
Easy.
Yeah, but it's all about situations and how you handle them,
Right.
Because obviously he had enough money put away, like we say,
exactly.
And you had a good ass lawyer. So when you do take that risk, and it's one of the big ones, you had enough money to pay for, what you need to
do.
And it was time to come home.
Hey.
Yep.
So you got to think going into business, and you got to think of different types of business. You got to deal with all types of other people too, because I made a point earlier before we started the show about at some point you got to present yourself and network, so people are going to see you. If you are the face of your shit and you the one that's really pushing the issue and making the money, it's like you gotta really know who you dealing with, you got investors that's gonna put some money up and things like that. Ain't nobody gonna put shit with you if it's not gonna be a good thing. And then a lot of times it'd be a big risk, man, because it don't come through.
For sure.
That don't come through is the worst. You know how many don't come throughs I've got DJing?
I mean, shit, sometimes you got to take that risk. Scared money don't make none.
I know. That shit is wild. And like, I'm talking about like, I put my last 20 in the gas tank. I don't have money to park, and it'll be like in Hollywood. I don't have no money to park.
Like, man, I better get paid.
Yep. It's an I better get paid tonight type of night.
That's why you got to always get that deposit.
Yep.
But no, this is when I was cutting. This is when I was. This is when I was. Getting my chops.
Okay.
So you know what I mean. This was opening DJ.
Right.
I'll be honest with you, $75 to open. But guess what? I'm DJing on Hollywood Boulevard, baby.
On everything.
What the fuck you gonna tell me? You know how good it would feel to walk past everybody in the fucking line with my backpack on? Hey, how y'all doing? What's good?
You was the man.
Hey,
That nigga said, my name's on the flyer.
Yeah.
My name's on the flyer.
You see it?
If you ever wanted to make a DJ's fucking night,
You had the name on the flyer.
You had the name on the fucking flyer.
Hey,
I told
man.
motherfucking Cal, I don't know how many times.
I used to push the issue, bro, because I used to go to the spot and pick up the flyers. I'm picking up like, nigga, 2,000, 3,000 flyers.
Yeah.
Boxes of them. And, we got the sub promoters that we would go and we would take stacks of flyers to them and be like, here, get these off. So I used to make a tour to like all the colleges.
It used to be a shoebox, Converse shoebox, Chucks,
full of flyers.
I remember that.
Bro, I'm out there and I'm just pushing the flyers like, all right, get everybody to come to the party. So at that point, I was like, man, we got to figure out what's getting printed on these flyers and how we can make it make sense and make everybody be happy. Punch's biggest thing was like, man, I want to be known. I want my name out there. If I know this is really all I'm going to make off the night, well, shit, nigga, make sure my name on the flyer, nigga, that's going to be fucking promotion as well. So you got to make sure that you're getting something out the deal.
Facts.
Give me that microphone. I'm going to shout my name all night.
All night.
And then when I'm done, I'm going to go to the closing DJ and I'm going to get on the motherfucking mic.
And he's going to be playing his drops, nigga, DJ point all through his shit every time a song come on.
Yep.
Man.
But at that point, everybody who was in that party going to know who he was.
Yeah.
Facts.
And they going to know who the nigga that was rocking the party. Because at some point, they going to either let him open, he might be the mid, or if some shit happen and somebody don't show up, this nigga stay on all night.
I've had that before.
Yeah.
I used to open for PJ Butter. He's on K-Day now.
They was on 92.3 back in the day.
It was on 92.3 back in the day. And
we used to do the sitter space back in the day.
I used to open up for him. And, bro, nothing feels better than that motherfucker walking up to me. Hey, you can DJ. He used to hit me up and ask me, like, yo, what's the young people listening to? Because, he's older than us.
Right. For sure.
He's older than us. That motherfucker look young as shit, but he is older than us, like a motherfucker.
Still doing his shit, though.
Still doing his shit. And he was like, this is when, what was that, NoHo?
Yeah, D-Lo.
No.
That Bay.
No. That's when that shit was banging.
Man.
I slid that shit to him and I was like, look, bro, play this around maybe like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Turn everybody back up.
Turn everybody all the way back up, bro. Yeah. I used to love
tell
going
him like
over
play
there.
the first verse and then start the song over again.
Yep.
Man.
That shit used to be dope, bro. But yeah, man, Cam was a dope ass promoter, bro. I'll tell you this, Cam used to always make sure I got paid at the end of the night.
Hey,
I always try to do that, man. Like,
and even if Cam had to go to the ATM, bro, Cam would go to the ATM.
Sheesh, come out the pocket, huh?
Yeah.
Well, like I'll be like that with everybody. I feel like I've been like that before.
Well, not only
when
that,
it's there, especially when it's a great situation. It's like, all right, man, I know for sure, like I can take care of the homie because the homie came out here trying to fucking make it make sense.
It's all about keeping the shit going.
Yep.
I feel like everybody in my fucking life been probably done that for me too.
For sure.
So there's been plenty. Hey,
you
bro,
know what I'm saying? And I'm at a point in my life to where I only really deal with those people on a regular basis that like we've had them types of situations together.
Hey, as you should.
You know,
everybody else, fuck them.
So, right now, this is what we're building.
Hey, and it's working, right?
So,
this shit's cool, man. Like when he hit me up to set up over here, I was thinking like, all right, I don't know, maybe I don't want to invade his personal space.
Right.
Because that's my biggest thing. Because that's part of the reason why I was in my garage. Because there's nothing worse than invading somebody's personal space. At some point, everybody gets tired of everybody.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Whether you getting tired of your spouse or you getting tired of your homeboy. Like, everybody's getting tired of somebody.
Oh, yeah.
After a while. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to get into that space. but the way he made it sound was like, okay, I'm gonna be using your stuff too. So I was like, oh
yeah,
I'm not gonna feel bad.
We gonna make it work.
Like you using my stuff, it's not like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just the one getting any type of satisfaction out of it. It's like, no, you doing something too. Like, oh, okay, now I don't feel bad.
Hey, it's all about making the situation work,
but
one way or another.
We've all built a network, you know. I've seen real situations that I've had with a lot of people that he's brought on the show, and I think of like how he was connected with them, and I'm like, well, certain people like, damn, I kind of like brought you around,
right?
So for me, I feel like when all of these people come around me now, it's more memories for me. You know, last week we had a lot of people that kind of came. They wasn't really on the show, but they came and kind of witnessed what was going on.
Came and posted up,
and I feel like, damn, man,
y'all had a live audience, huh?
Right, right. I mean, like.
But it was that type of day, you know. It was like more.
We had everybody in the cut posted up, and everybody was cool. Just chilling. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then we didn't even have like a planned guest. To be real with you,
no, that's cool.
The homie Ricardo pulled up, and it was like, get on, bro.
Yeah,
you got a business because you know he doing catering. Shout out to him. You know, Irie Eats.
We gonna get him to come and cook something one day. So you can come for that show, and then for sure we eat.
Yeah, if we don't do nothing else.
Can I tell you a story about a memory that just because he's sitting right here, and I just randomly thought about it. We had a pool party one time, and he gonna know what I'm talking about.
I believe I know what I was wearing.
At the very least, I know what I was wearing.
I got a picture somewhere,
right,
where it clearly states the image that I'm about to tell you about. Look, man, we got real hungry. We have been sitting there all day. Me, I've been smoking weed. You know, I was just chilling. It's a pool party. So many people, but they say it ain't no in and outs. If you leave, you got to come back and pay again.
Yeah.
But then there's so many people in there, they not even letting people pay to come in no more. So we're like, what do we do? How do we eat? Right. Because we ordered pizza to the party that we was at. And
we for sure did that. I remember that now.
They pulled up, bro?
They pulled up, and we told the people at the front, like, hey, we need to grab our pizza real quick.
Yep.
That's some crazy shit. See, right now, these days, that don't sound too crazy.
No, but
back in the day,
I never saw anybody doing
I had never seen anybody do no shit like that.
Right.
And I will say this. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound like corny, but it's some real shit. Whenever LayLoe does something, it's some pimp shit. It's some real smooth pimp shit.
Yeah.
Shit, we got to get it done.
Like on some player shit. And when you say player, you got to go player. You know what I mean? Some real player shit.
Yeah.
Real dapper with it.
He's the first motherfucker I done ever seen anybody pull up with driving gloves on, bro.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Man, I remember them days.
Yeah.
You like LayLoe was straight up like the big homie.
Yeah. On everything. You know, nigga looked out.
What'd you have? You had that station wagon, huh? I remember when you had a station wagon.
That was a long time ago.
That was before. That was the start of the collection.
Yeah, that was the start.
Yeah,
because I didn't see like, you know, at one point a whole garage. You know, like when I say garage, I mean like, nigga, not a garage at your house. I mean like. Nigga, the fucking display room at the fucking the dealer, you know,
the showroom floor.
What's your favorite car? We had 3G on, and we was talking to him about his favorite car.
Can I say my favorite car first?
Go ahead.
The favorite one that he had was the blue Charger.
The blue Charger?
When it was blue with the 24s on it.
Yeah. That one was
at that point, because I remember seeing the process of all that work that car was going through.
That car came
because
a
I was
long
there
way
for that time. You know
that car's still around, right? I still got it. Yeah. It ain't blue no more. It's candy brandy wine.
Yeah, I'll say between that one and
what did I say?
And the Camaro before that.
Yeah, okay.
The Camaro before that,
right?
Yeah,
the Camaro was hard. But I'm gonna have to say my
favorite with the LS3, was it right?
Yep, 6.2. My fucking But my favorite car, I gotta say that I've had, would have to be the S65. When I had that AMG, that was it can't nothing compare to that. Yeah. Not no Rolls Royce, no nothing.
That shit was
it was everything in one.
Yeah,
ain't nothing like some reclining seats in the back seat.
That's the boss shit, you know. Like that's what make you
that's
feel
wild, bro.
Yeah, that's presidential, you know.
You know how I know. you have an appreciation for cars and you take care of your cars?
No, I don't even say it's just cars. I feel like just being a person he just enjoys nice things. He enjoys,
but I'm gonna say, this is how much you enjoy nice things. I'll say that. When I see you driving around, you're not in no super flashy shit.
Right.
You just in a regular whip.
Right.
By yourself. You never have like a gang of fucking people with you.
You bringing shit out on the weekend when it's time. You know when it's time to do it.
Post it. You know what I mean?
It's a time and a place for everything.
You can be flashy, but you ain't gonna be stupid.
Exactly. You just got to know when and where to do things. Yeah.
Always.
It's a certain way you can pull up.
One of the biggest things that I've learned, you got to learn how to be smart, especially when you be around certain places, because when you're dealing with a lot of people in LA, in so many different areas, you got to know how to pull up when it's time and when it's not time, And
the right tools to bring.
Because you got to know who's around. You don't know who's there, People telling you pull up, but they not telling you who the other 10 people that's with them.
Oh, yeah. I used to hate that shit.
And then one of them 10 people gonna have a problem, and then somebody else gonna be like, "Oh yeah,
don't even worry about it."
You know what I'm saying?
Do we have a problem?
Huh? See, and that's what it turned into, man. Especially being in LA, it's been times, and I people say it's calmed down. Some people say it's rising again and all of that. But I just feel like being in certain areas, man, you always have to be in the middle of things when you're dealing with people, you know? And the more people you deal with, the more shit you get exposed to, and your face and your name and all of that shit. And it's like, do you really want this many people with your name in their mouth?
You know how I approach things, and like, especially when cause like, I work in Inglewood. Inglewood ain't that bad no more, and where I work at anyways. You know what I mean? I walk around. I do my walk in the neighborhood. It's cool in there.
Gentrification.
Yeah, gentrification is a real thing. I will say that. There's a lot of white people walking their dogs at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
In Inglewood. But anyways, you know what I mean? But then like I go to where my girl, her family lives, and they live over there on Manchester, Vermont. Mm-hmm. And when I walk around over there, bro, there's a lot of motherfuckers walking around mean mugging.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Everybody just like they're having a bad day.
What you mad for?
I'm just trying to be a positive ass person. So I walk down the street looking positive as fuck.
We all got the same 24 hours in the day.
What you gonna do with yours?
Don't nobody
what you
fuck
gonna do
with me.
With yours?
You know what I mean? You gotta there's just a certain way you gotta approach people, bro.
Right.
There's like even aggressive people, bro. Like if you look at them like, I'm not trying to do nothing today, bro. I'm a grown man. You know what I mean, bro?
Man.
I'm just be here.
I'm just here, bro.
Be mad.
You know what I mean? Like that's how I just try to approach things, and everywhere like it's been working. Especially the older I get, the more I realize I don't want no conflict.
Right.
Yeah.
For what?
For what? I don't want to fight. Why? So I can get gravel in my knees.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Bloody knuckles and
Bloody
shit.
knuckles, like
scrapes on my elbows.
Scrapes on my elbows. You know
I
what
gotta
I mean?
use this shit later.
Yeah.
I gotta go play with my kids later.
Man.
Like how I'm supposed to explain this shit to my kids?
For real.
And then like what? I'm daddy beat somebody ass today. Like, how stupid do you sound? You know what I mean?
I gotta waste that energy on you.
I was like, fuck it. But I don't know, bro. I haven't been in an altercation in a minute. When was the last time you got in an altercation?
It's been a minute. It's been a little while.
But do you realize it's because the older you get, the more
that shit
you
don't
realize,
even fucking matter.
I don't even care.
A lot of times, I think all of us, we've been in situations where we feel like, man, why they looking at me like that? And, we don't really know it, but it's just the way that we judge it, based off the energy.
Right.
Because a lot of people can be real direct, but then sometimes, it'd be real cloudy. You can't really make it clear. So you sitting there trying to figure them out, but in the same moment, it's like, man, the reaction that we give,
I just look at it like,
too.
I just stay out of those places now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't go hang out in the places I used to hang out where shit used to happen.
Exactly. That's the best thing too, because just shit in the streets ain't the same no more, man.
Nah, hell no.
I done seen like a whole lot of shit happening, and there's only so much that make it to the news.
Yeah.
Right.
Because for us, it's real big on social media and things like that.
Yeah. Social media is the news.
Yeah, we go on there and we follow certain individuals' pages, especially if they like street people. It's like you see people that's dying every other day.
I'll tell you what, I wake up in the morning, I sit on the toilet, and I go on Instagram. That's my news, bro. That's real news. It's a news feed.
It will let you know exactly what happened.
It'll tell you everything.
Raw and uncut.
I know Kevin Hart got in an accident when it happened.
Right.
I know Nipsey Hussle got shot when it happened, and I knew when he died.
Right.
All on Instagram.
Without watching the news.
Without even looking at the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think the news interrupted anything for when it first happened. They was late to the party.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But then sometimes they may not, even get to it.
There was footage on the internet before the news even put that shit out.
For sure. I think the news get their news from the internet.
But bro, I'm telling you, it's only so
I know
much
they
that
get
makes
their
it
stories.
to the news. It's only so much that makes it on the news.
You
like
right.
I say, a lot of things happen, and only so much of it gets reported.
Right.
Yeah.
Some situations where it's a high speed pursuit, they may get a tip on it and it happen right away.
Right.
But some high speed pursuits might happen for like 2 hours and they never get no coverage because nobody ever called it in.
Exactly.
Damn, that's crazy. I thought that all of them got caught.
No, you only see so many, but just think, man, like people do that shit every day.
That's true.
True.
We live in a big ass world, bro.
No, you know what I watched? I watched on YouTube motorcycles, the ones that I guess they have a cop thinking that they gonna go ahead and pull over, and as soon as the cop pull over, they just take off, getting away from so they don't have to get a ticket.
Oh yeah,
bro, that's a high speed chase right there.
Yep, it's not gonna get
It's
reported.
not gonna get reported
because he's not gonna get caught.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then they got it on GoPro, bro. You know how scary that shit look?
As fuck.
Yeah.
Have you ever been on a bike?
Yeah.
How fast?
I got 4 right now.
I thought you was rolling in cruisers though.
Yeah, but I used to ride street bikes before that.
Oh, okay.
But see, as you get older, like I said, like he said, you start being in different areas. Your mind start maturing. You start thinking of, it's still different type of circle, but it's more of a positive atmosphere, a more welcoming atmosphere than being in the cruisers because, street races and, money races and all that type of shit. People be out here betting big money on races and shit like that, end up really getting killed over
some shit. Yep.
Yeah.
That's why, bro, I always thought like, man, I always wanted to be like that one Mexican with a cruiser with the speakers all loud playing Outstanding.
You wouldn't be that one.
Ah, damn.
There's a lot of them.
I was gonna pull up, bro. Outstanding.
Oh yeah.
You gotta slap that. You gotta slap that
on everything.
I got a whole playlist of shit that I would do, like me.
Bro,
I dig in the crates.
I tell you about digging in crates. One time, we was going to do a gig and I had to take my pop's truck because I had to take all my gear. Cam go, we going to your pop's truck? Yeah. He's like, all right, hold on. He ran in the house, came out with a bag full of tapes, bro, because he knew my pop's fucking truck had a cassette player.
That's crazy.
He was popping in old mixtapes. He was popping in his brother's mixtape, bro.
Nigga, I made sure we had some music.
We had music the whole. We had an old ass E40 playing, bro.
I said, "Don't even trip. We finna be on."
All the cassettes that I had, like just in the crates at the house, nigga. I just fucking brought them all and said, "Come on." We
listened to that shit the whole way.
We gonna find some shit to roll to.
Hey, on everything.
That's bro, man.
Sometimes we gotta have that thing, that collection. When we feel something like music, if music is a thing that we connect to, we have a lot of songs that we really feel when we can listen to it. It put us in a certain mood, in a certain mode.
Oh hell yeah!
And when we put certain things on, if we're in a bad mood, we're gonna put on some shit, and it's probably gonna keep us in that same mode.
That's why we need to bring that shit back.
That's how this all started. It all comes back full circle.
Because you ain't finna put none of this new shit on back in the future. Talking about bringing back feeling good music, it ain't gonna work,
bro. Man, I've heard your music firsthand, and I feel like, what he just said, that's what it is.
You know what's crazy? He told way before he even started, bro. Way before he even started. And I don't mean to disrespect you when I say this. Way before he even started, he go, bro, you know what? I think I could be a good rapper. Way before I don't even think he really thought about it. He was, I could be a good rapper. If somebody could write some dope shit for me, I could spit that shit so fucking smooth. I could be a dope rapper.
I know that because I've been with him.
Right.
And
then all of a sudden, like it manifested. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
And then for me to see him take that and then say, all right, I'm gonna go out here and make something happen for myself. It's like, man, I see what you turned it into. It's like the talent was already there because you know how to present it. You know how to project it and get it to the audience, He can get in the booth and record it because I seen him in that.
Well, he said it himself. I asked him on the last time we talked, I was like, what made you start rapping? And he said, I was living the rapper's lifestyle. Might as well.
Yeah.
Right.
He said I wasn't rapping and I was living a rapper's lifestyle.
Right. In the same places with them all the time. So it's like if you already there, it's like why don't you make the money that they making doing the same thing that they doing?
They was just imitating my life.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, 100%. I've never been the person that walked in with the entourage or walked in and got a bottle, VIP, anything like that, because I was always working if I was in a club.
Right.
I've never experienced that. Just like I've never experienced going to a concert and watching a concert I wasn't a part of. I've never experienced that. You know what I mean? There's a gang of shit I've never experienced because I've always been the help. I've always been
You know how many people want to be in your shoes?
I get that, bro, but sometimes
I want to be in your shoes.
But then you gotta look at
I don't never want to be there unless I'm getting paid.
That's true. Because
But
I
you
don't
gotta
go
get
out.
to that point.
Cam, no, I don't go out.
You gotta get to that
I'm
point.
not getting paid. I don't
you know, I've been through the days of like, all right, you know, well shit. Ain't nobody got no money. We all just gonna sit outside and wait for this motherfucker to get out.
Parking lot pimp.
You know,
Ah,
it's
damn.
like, all right,
It's been
shit,
plenty
everybody
of nights.
leaving. All right, we gonna pull up to Denny's.
Yeah.
And then we gonna kick it at Denny's for
Yeah.
like an hour.
Like we was in there with y'all.
Hey, you know, and then that's how the nights go. It's
No,
like, I remember them days.
Remember when we used to park at Denny's when Jamaican Gold was letting out?
Oh, bro, Crazy Hollywood
Jesus, over
Man.
there.
on
Oh
Sunset.
my God, bro.
Oh man, yeah,
Jamaican Gold.
yeah, on Sundays.
Man.
I remember that shit.
Damn.
I mean, I remember the promoter right there. You know, like it'd be a lot of memories like that, bro. Like when we talk about certain Hollywood venues, or I mean, we even used to rent out the little bar and grills, little restaurants through LA and shit. And we would throw little college parties, nigga, whatever. It'd be one-offs or whatever, just to get the spot.
That should be crazy because I never thought about how.
Remember all them? Like,
Yeah, I think about that shit all the time because when I drive through Maywood, I remember we did a step show after
dude, we
party
did
there.
the Cal State Long Beach step show after party in
I
Maywood.
remember that.
Had that shit packed the fuck out.
Wasn't it a 3-story?
3-story and a back patio.
So we had like 6 DJs. We had 2 DJs for every room.
Bro, I was
That's
jumping.
how
No,
big it
fuck
was.
you.
Man.
I was jumping around
We
from
did
room to
that
room
shit.
DJ. Wasn't no 6
Hold on, I'll be
DJs,
back.
bro. I was outside for an hour, then I went in for an hour, upstairs, downstairs. Like,
Man.
We
That
did
shit
that
is crazy.
shit with all the fucking the frats from Cal State Long
Yeah.
Beach.
Yeah, I remember. I was there.
Yeah,
shit
you
was
was
dope.
there. You was. See, that's what I say. I only have bits and pieces of certain memories of all these events. So if anybody got any more, feel free to comment.
I never forget when you told me, you sent me the address. I said Maywood.
Yeah, like what the fuck you cracking in Maywood?
Right.
Everybody said the same shit. I said, man, I don't know. We about to make it crack.
to be completely honest with you, I just saw it as another gig. I didn't know like what
It was
city.
gonna happen like
I didn't
that.
know what city was
Fuck all
what.
that. We
Nothing
had
like
so
that.
many spots where we would say, man, what the fuck is this? Like, what? I ain't never been to this city before.
And the next thing you know, that motherfucker was packed.
The Can,
Garden Grove.
Garden
Yeah.
Grove. We had a fucking club in Garden Grove
Niggas turned the fucking Vietnamese coffee shop into the fucking spot.
It worked.
with this old ass, stingy ass Asian lady.
We had a $25 champagne bottle, nigga, that used to go up.
That's crazy.
Corey's in Long Beach.
Yeah, that was. But hey, you know what? That's Ballast Point now.
That's low key where I got my start.
That spot was
Club
dope, man.
wise.
Like I love that.
I
It
used
was
to do
right
that.
on the water.
I used to do
Yeah.
that shit with Looney. Right
You
on
went
the
there
water.
too.
I think I was.
I think
there.
you've
It's
been
on-
everywhere.
You've been there with me a couple
the
times.
windows was all glass, right?
Yeah, and then they had
I mean,
the little
walls was
outdoor
all
deck.
glass.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just like a brewery
Yeah.
now. That's just
That
dope.
shit is crazy.
I think
Yeah.
you've been everywhere that I've probably DJ'd.
I probably have.
Yeah.
That's
I'm pretty sure. I don't know about every single spot, but majority.
shit, man. There's been
Because you was really
spots.
doing your shit at one point.
I was like in the club heavy. The part that would the best part was the weeklies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I could catch a weekly, that would be the best
That
because
was
then
consistent money.
hell yeah, that was consistent
For sure.
money. You know what I mean? So
For sure, for sure.
You know, it was secure to where nigga it was.
like I
always
said,
gonna
bro,
make-
when I first started off and I'd get my little $75, you know what I mean, to open,
Right.
knock out just maybe 2 hours, $75. It was $75, but guess what?
$75 was a lot of money
is
back
some
then.
bread.
No,
you know
we
what
got
I mean?
to the point to where I said, okay, no, fuck that. This nigga Punch about to be the headline. This nigga closing this night, nigga. Fuck that.
That
so
shit
we had to
was-
pay
yeah.
him a little more money.
Yeah. $75 and went out the window. The price just went up.
Then
Yep.
his name a little bigger on the flyer.
Right.
You know?
Yep, give me that.
It's
Man.
bold and
At
you know,
the very
got
least.
the outline on it and the highlights and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So
Man.
you make that shit happen. It's like we gotta build to that and we gotta grow, you know? Some of us it take us a lot longer, you know, because just the way our brains are set up, you know. I feel like just as human beings in society exposes different people to so many different things, and we see it all at different times, you know. It hits everybody at different moments. So
you know what I think about, especially when it comes to DJing and like what I've learned, I like to compare it to like a stand-up comedian. Because the longer you've been a stand-up comedian, the better you get. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So the longer you DJ, the
longer you do
get.
anything, the better you get.
Bro, like there's like a stand-up comedian can fuck with your head. Mm-hmm. They can give you low points just to bring you up, set shit up, boom, and then drop something on you. You know what I mean? I could do the same fucking thing DJing, and I think like anywhere I fucking DJ, I could do that shit.
Right.
Because I've DJed so much different things. And to be completely honest with you, the best thing that ever happened to me was DJing black clubs with Cam and his promotion. Because I gotta be completely honest, the hardest crowd to please, it would be like the black crowd, 18 and over, and like all college students.
For sure.
Because they want to hear that hot new shit. They don't want to hear no funky ass like regular club shit. Don't even touch any type of EDM. We gonna get ratchet. We gonna play what's on the radio, okay, but it gotta be something cracking that's in the streets too. You had to have
for sure.
You had to have
gotta do it.
You had to have street knowledge of what songs to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like when I was talking about like PJ Buddy would ask me like what the young, because he knew that he
was a radio DJ and it was different. When you're a radio DJ, it's hard to DJ like a crowd that way, especially with our generation. Our generation was so different to what came before that.
Who the fuck was gonna download NoHo? To be completely honest with you,
our generation, because
the last thing you want to do is clear the dance floor.
Let me tell you how he got it.
Dude, that shit got pushed on MySpace. You got to think it was in MySpace era.
Let me tell you how he got it. So he comes to me the next week and he goes, "Hey man, I looked for it everywhere, could not find it on the internet." I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Where were you looking?" He goes, "Oh, I was looking." He just started naming record pools. I was like, "No, they're not going to have it." He was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "They're not going to have it."
That shit's not a radio song. It wasn't a radio song.
I was like, "Do you know where I got it from?" He was like,
song.
"Where?" I was like, "I got it from LimeWire." To be completely honest with you,
shit, bro.
And he was like, "Oh no, I'm not going to do that."
That nigga wasn't deep.
He
didn't want to download no.
He didn't
want that virus.
No,
he didn't want to break no law.
Oh,
yeah, he didn't want to feel guilty like he was stealing music.
He was professional. He was professional as fuck. You know what I mean? He was professional as fuck. Yeah. So he was like, "I'm gonna just hit up my homie, you know, that's in the Bay. I'm sure he has it." Like, all right, cool. He shot it to him. The next time I seen him, he was like, "Bro," I was like, "What? That fucking song that." He's like, "I thought he was gonna give me like a mastered copy or whatever." He's like, "It sounds just as shitty as when you play it."
He got it from the same place.
"Bro, we're getting it from LimeWire, bro."
No, he thought it was just your shit. Like you got to.
No, bro. Like
nigga said, don't think your shit better than mine if you fucking download it.
This is some legit underground shit, bro. It wasn't mastered.
Right, but there was a lot of songs like that, bro, during that era.
The Jerk era, bro. When I was playing Jerk music.
Man,
none of that shit was mastered.
What was that?
I was playing that shit in the club.
Yeah,
it was
the sound engineer used to
ass songs that used to get played.
The sound engineer used to legit maybe like 5 times a night run out from the back thinking he blew out his speakers,
but it was just the quality of the music.
Quality of the music.
That's crazy.
Because he would come out trying to EQ shit. I'm like, bro, just let it go.
The speakers.
I'm like, just let it go, bro.
Everywhere we went, that happened.
Yeah,
no matter
everywhere.
What.
Yep.
Except for the places where he had to bring his own speakers, so you know we set it up, so we already knew what was going on.
Exactly.
We ain't got to adjust.
You know what I think about?
We know what's happening.
You know what I think about, Cam? All the times where we did not have enough speakers for the type of or the size event that we fucking
shit
threw.
Ended up being so big, and
we would push the fuck out these speakers
to the max.
To tell people like, don't stand right in front of them because you couldn't hear shit in the back.
For sure.
And like we had we had no business pushing these speakers for this big ass space. I remember one time we got, I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was like an after party, like a USC after party, and it was like a big ass warehouse.
Oh shit!
Man, there was an upstairs, a downstairs, and there was like a cement stage. It was me, Looney, Nerd, but he go by Major League now, and dude, he doing all that Afro beat shit right now.
Okay,
killing it. But yeah, we was doing that shit.
DJ Nerd.
Shout out to Nerd
or Major League.
Anyways, we had all of us brought everything we fucking had, bro, and it still wasn't enough.
That's crazy.
But if you was in the front,
you ain't never overheated shit.
Ain't never overheated
blew shit out, nigga.
We done blew
on the
shit
spot,
out.
and we like, all right, man, we got to come up with some other speakers
Bro,
to make it through the
fast.
rest of the night,
Bro.
Niggas would be pulling up,
Making
dropping off another
phone
set for us.
making phone calls.
That's crazy.
Shout out to DJ Lids. I don't know how many times he pulled up with his speakers.
So I got your back.
Yeah, bro.
real
Like
shit.
the thing about DJing though is like I feel like it's a brotherhood.
You built a
For sure.
network, bro.
It's a brotherhood,
For
bro.
sure.
You went through real situations with people who doing the same shit
Bro,
you
even
do.
now I can hit up any of my DJ homeboys. Like I just did it with my homeboy Dirt, my homeboy DJ Dirt. I was like, hey, bro, like on some OG PJ Butter shit.
Shit.
What are the young niggas listening to?
Hey, I need to know today.
Send it to me, please.
Right.
He sent me a crate. Here you go.
Oh, that was cool. That was real good looking out.
Because he already knew. He's like, bro, I gotta look out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just a network you build.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I've hit DJ Looney up plenty of times where I'm like, man, I need some dance hall and some reggae. What you got?
Shout out to DJ Looney.
Shout out to Looney doing his thing. And oh man, his restaurant. He got a restaurant cracking right
Yeah,
now.
Long
For
Beach.
real? Yeah.
Jay Looney's Culture Food.
Culture
Oh, that's
food.
cool.
That shit dope.
Yeah.
Everybody cooking now.
Bro, everybody is an entrepreneur.
This nigga
Everybody
got a
go
whole
eat.
restaurant. Like he has a location that's open daily.
Oh, that's
so,
cool.
In
I have
Long
yet
Beach.
to try it yet. I want to go soon, so I want to go support.
I'm
feel
gonna
like
actually hit him up, see if
everybody
he want to
should.
shoot through one day.
Definitely a good person. I want to check out, what he got going on. So maybe we can see his shit. one day.
But yeah, bro, I used to hit him up. He used to hit me with dance hall, reggae, shoot me a bunch of shit. Like I just feel like when you build that type of connection with everybody, you know what I mean? Like it's all love.
Bro, yeah, because that support is there. You know that, like, you've done things for them people to help them out. So when you need something, it's like they willing to go the extra mile to make sure that you good too. They looking out for your well being as well.
Yeah.
And you build those connections with people through real situations. They
That's
make
the way
sure
it's
you
supposed to
good.
be.
You know.
Yeah, like being an entrepreneur, what type of connections do you come across where like maybe it's been on some like I've known this person for a minute and we fucks with each other. Everything you do is through that person for something specific. You know what I mean? Whether I know you do a lot of your own shit.
Yeah, I do mostly everything myself. I'm kind of like a all money in from everything, from recording studio. I own a recording studio to the t-shirt factory. I own the t-shirt factory. I mean, I go to me for everything. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to depend on other people sometimes.
Did you learn that's one of the lessons that you learned? That it's just hard to depend on other people?
Definitely.
So I'll say this. Can you look at it like, all right, if you have this business and I know you have multiple streams of businesses.
Right.
So once this business is created, do you still have the time to operate that business as well? Or do you have somebody that you can trust enough to delegate to that is responsible to get that business done while you go work on something else? Because that's the hardest part for a lot of people too. And I've noticed that with a lot of things that I've been trying to do. It's like you can't really depend on certain people to
Nobody's
care
going to
enough.
want it as bad as you.
Yeah, but then at some point you got to make it worth their while enough for them to want to do that. And certain jobs for certain people in the work world, like they have jobs that where they comfortable because they get taken care of like that.
Right.
But for us as entrepreneurs and we trying to start our own businesses, it's like,
that's when you got to start putting people on the payroll.
exactly. So now you have employees.
Exactly.
And for you, I know you professional enough at every time when it gets big enough, it's like, what things you have to do to get licensed and all of that because
Right.
you study the shit yourself.
Right.
If you jump into any situation, it's like you're going to study to educate yourself before
Definitely.
you even have to make a move,
Right.
And I just feel like, what's your take on that? Like, how do you go out selecting these people and putting these trust in these people to say, all right, I know that you're going to get this shit done and that business still be successful?
Yeah, how do you find them? Do you reach out or are they just people you come across? Are they friends? Like
It's pretty much all close friends and family. I mean, I know who to put in position every time to do certain things. And I know who's going to get stuff done and who's not going to get stuff done.
I think that's one of the keys to being like a leader, especially because you got to know how to delegate things. Because the second you think you could do everything yourself, is the second you gonna fucking fail.
It's not enough time in the day for you to do everything yourself. I mean,
You got to be smart enough to delegate.
Especially when
like I said, I got all the right people to put in position, and I know who's gonna get what done, and I know if I put certain people in a position, what's not going to get done, and I'm okay with that
because you have to know who people are.
Exactly.
You already knew,
right? I already knew.
And that's a lot of problems. What I see with a lot of businesses that don't really succeed. It's like people put in a lot of trusting certain people because they feel like it's just, all right, I can fucking put my money into this and be the investor. And then it don't work out that way because the person that was supposed to produce don't really produce the way that it was expected, you know?
Exactly.
You know what?
They wasn't
like
as hungry as they was.
Because you depended on somebody else.
Here's a small example, a small minor example, but I mean, it's like a testament to how I think. When like somebody comes with me to DJ, when I DJ somewhere, and it's always, you know, whether you're a homie or whatever, you're going to want to help me. You're going to want to help me unload.
Right.
You're going to want to help me set up, whatever.
Right. You should.
You should. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, if they the homie and they coming for free, and they
totally get it. But guess what?
Why the fuck would you just stand there?
But guess what? I'm that dude to be like, nah, bro, I'm good. Like, you want to know why? I do things a certain way, and then that I don't feel like I can trust you to do it. And it's not that nothing against you, and you could be another DJ, but it's like, if I set this up and it fucks up, at least I know I fucked up.
No, I understand. I get that. And I'm the same way. I want shit done a certain way because I know it's going to be right. But at the end of the day, you might not always have that kind of time.
Especially when you have other businesses that need the attention. And it might be something that's
sometimes you need to just have that person to go set up that you didn't, you know, train them on how to set up and know that when you pull up, you could just do your shit because you train them the correct way.
So it's fine.
And they need to be held responsible. Right. And it's somebody that needs to be reliable like that.
Right.
In every situation, I feel like no matter what type of business you're trying to start, it needs to be like that because as entrepreneurs, you know, people have multiple ideas. They're not really just trying to go out and do one thing. Yeah. People not just trying to build off of one type of idea.
That's something I always notice. When I've seen an entrepreneur, they never just do one thing.
Yeah. They trying to build.
You can't just do one thing.
Because you have to supplement one thing with another one. You know, sometimes something might be slow. Something might be cracking. You know what I mean? Something's always going to.
The only way to become wealthy, you have to have at least 7 incomes.
Yeah. That's that. And that comes from the laws of power.
Yeah. I didn't know nothing about no laws of power, but
damn, damn, you on some real shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen that quote multiple times all over the internet,
and it's true. Because one income ain't gonna do it. It's not.
7 sources of income. So you gotta start to think
for you to be wealthy,
and you'll never be rich working for somebody else.
I can believe
because
that.
You never gonna have the time for yourself to do all the other things you need to do.
I could believe that.
Because think about it.
The smart people, when they want to retire, those are the most perfect delegators because they're the ones like, look, I'm out, but I've trained you enough to be like, okay, I can put you in this position and I know what to expect from you.
Right.
Those are the people that can walk away, I think, are the people that retire peacefully, live the longest. Those motherfuckers that don't want to leave anything to anybody the second they retire, those are the people that want to die.
Oh, for sure.
Those are the people that die.
Well, a lot of times they don't have nothing to leave nobody to. But then the people that sitting up mad all day, that's, you know, like we said, they don't want to go do nothing.
They want to take it with
back full circle. So you see the difference between people. Yep. You know, it's like people who want to do something and people who don't want to do nothing.
In other words, Jerry Jones, retire already, bro. Come on, leave it to somebody.
Bro, if you wake up in the morning and no matter what it is, whatever thoughts you have, if you want to get up and you want to go out and see what the world has for you and see what's going to come, then you will be a successful individual.
Definitely.
Because ain't nobody going to have nothing come and just sit on their lap.
Oh, no. The money ain't going to come knock on your door and say, hey, I'm here for you.
So you have to get up and you have to move around and you have to go to certain places and you have to figure out different things to make happen. So you might kick it with one person this day and now you might spend like 2 hours with somebody else tomorrow and then be with somebody else the rest of the day. So when people bounce around and move around like that, you're making all these different connections and you're touching so many different people.
You know what I have noticed the older I get, the more I realize and it's nothing against anybody, but if I kick it with you, it has to be for another reason other than just kicking it with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we post it up, we're at a get together. You know what I mean? We're at a party. Me and Cam, guess what? We don't see each other on the regular.
Right.
But when I do the podcast, I'm going to see Cam.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And it's the older you get, the less it's like, I'm not finna sit around and do nothing with you no more, bro.
No, that's all the way out. I mean, because
we can't do that no more.
And no money coming in that
priorities.
Way. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You have other priorities.
At a certain point in your life.
I learned that a long time ago.
I learned it way too late. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we grow and we're, like I said, we are exposed to different situations and different things at different times, you know, different moments. So when that moment hits you, you know, you got to look and you reflect on yourself and you say, okay, I see what happened. I see when I changed. I see what was the defining moment where I said, all right, I'm not going to feel like that no more. Exactly. Like, I'm going to make some shit happen to where it's like, I'm going to be happy with when I wake up every day to when I go to sleep at night.
Bro, when I turned 30, I don't know what the fuck happened to me. I had like a midlife crisis or something, bro.
That was too early.
On some real shit. Like,
yeah.
I had anxiety attacks, everything. Like, I was going through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
but
like
it's changed, you know?
I started to see a therapist, started to talk to her or whatever, and all she could tell me, she was like, you feel like you can control it. You can't control it. You're getting older. Like, relax.
Right.
And she started talking to me about time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, you need to realize that you need to start living in the now. You need to stop worrying about the shit. Because this is how I think. Like, okay, I'm 30. Cool. Most people die, like most adult men in the U.S. die probably around 60 something.
Okay.
30 is about a midlife crisis if you think about it.
Yeah, like that's half.
If we talking about like statistically
nowadays,
right.
But then you got to think like, okay, since it's set up like that, do you think our bodies are set up like that too? Because like I said, everybody gets different vision, a different exposure at a different moment.
So to bring that full circle, I had to learn basically when I would talk to my therapist, I had to learn how to wake up in the morning and be like, all right, we're going to do this today. Like, wake the fuck up. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah. I had to hype myself up every day to get up.
You had to be happy.
It didn't take a therapist
You had
to
to want to get up, but you had to have the motivation.
Eventually, you was going to wake up one day and say, you know what? I'm about to go get it.
And the only thing I can think is,
some people never do it though.
At that point, but see, at that point I was thinking, listen, at that point I was thinking, you know what? This DJing shit, I put a lot of money into this shit. There's not a lot of things for you going on right now. Yeah. Not a lot of things going on for you right now.
That's because you chose to go that route.
Exactly. So then I thought
you chose to slow down. Ain't nobody told you to take the foot off the gas.
I had to realize that.
You choose. It's like it makes the effect, you know?
I had to realize that to myself though.
Because you, as long as you've been in the game, you should never have worked a 9 to 5.
I think about that shit now.
Where you at the
but
point you were at?
But it took me to 30 to realize
but
shit.
I want you to know this too. It ain't too motherfucking late.
That's another thing I had to realize.
No, but then it's at the same time, it's like you still got to be able to support everything that's going to happen. So if you say, all right, I know that I'm not going to be able to make everybody happy. You know, everybody's not going to want to contribute to whatever choice you make.
Yep.
So whatever Accept it is, you know,
and go out and get it.
But so you got to be able to that's why he said 7 streams.
They'll thank you later.
If you have the 7 streams, if you can build to that, then you don't never got to worry about asking nobody for nothing.
That's when
again.
I thought to myself, you know? I was like, look, if nothing major happens to me when it comes to DJing within the next couple months, I'm just not gonna do it no more.
No.
So then, listen.
No, don't stop.
This is when I thought to myself, okay, but you have to actively go out and look for something.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I was hitting people up, hitting places up, was getting nothing.
No, but the thing was, Punch, is like you got dependent on other situations.
No,
so that's why I say, once you get to the point to where you say, okay, we on, and you feel like in your mind we on, but it's not really like that. It's like, okay, I've done some big shit, but it's like, man, I could really do bigger shit.
No, yeah.
And that's how you always got to look at it. Like, I can always have, some more.
So,
why can't I branch this off into something else?
So I had to think about like, okay, what can you do to like, I need something steady, you know what I mean? So that's when I found Venice, when I hit them up, because I had did it a few years ago too. But you know what I mean? I just didn't go back the next year. I didn't want to do it because it took a lot of work. But I was like, if I want steady work and I want to look like I'm doing something,
that's every week, and you got a way to promote yourself.
Yeah, right. I have to do it. Yeah. So I hit him up, whatever. He told me, yeah, shoot through, let's do it.
Right.
I've been getting gigs, I don't know, maybe I've already had throughout the summer maybe like 10, 15 gigs off of just people seeing that I'm doing something. They DMing me from my story of me DJing going, hey bro, hit me up.
And you've built enough of an audience for yourself to where you don't have to worry about that, bro.
And that's when I'm like, fuck, this shit is crazy, because it's like you told me, you used a perfect analogy. You said hoes ain't looking at you until what?
You chasing the money.
Exactly.
Man, like I say, I got so many memories with this nigga, but I can say, bro, you poppin'. Niggas in the street know your name.
For
so
sure.
Motherfuckers can like really have a conversation about you, you know, in a studio or in a situation or something like that. When you come up as people that's like in that circle, then I mean, you should definitely feel like you made it to a certain level.
You're known around the city, but you're supposed to be nationwide right now.
Exactly.
Oh man, I'm working on it
because
bro.
you've dealt with nationwide people, you know. And once you get to that point to when you're dealing with them, all you can do is grow. But the only way that people slow down is like when they take days off. As humans, it's like we decide what we want to do. If we say, "Oh man, I'm tired," and you don't fucking make no move, that shit could fucking really make a domino effect depending on what you missed that day.
Big facts.
It's all about the type of person you are.
Yeah.
So
that shit'll change your life drastically.
So I want to know this. So being an entrepreneur, you work hard as fuck.
Way harder than I would for somebody else.
Way harder than you would for somebody else. Obviously, you work hard.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you do take time off, you love cars, you love, you know what I mean? You love the finer things. What do you do when you take time off and go on vacation?
How do you enjoy your
How do you enjoy your time off?
I'm not going to even lie to you. When I go on vacation, I'm still working.
Trying to create another stream.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you an example. When I went to Miami, I actually fell in love with Miami. We went to Miami. You know, it was supposed to be vacation, but I was like, it's an opportunity to get some money out here, so I'm gonna get this money while I'm out here. And
never pass up opportunity. Never.
I've never known you to pass up an opportunity.
If it's something there and it's like, okay, it's flashing like the dollar signs, like, okay, I gotta go.
So we ended up staying in Miami for 3 weeks. We were supposed to be there for 3 days.
Yeah.
Damn. To even pull up to Miami for 3 days.
Yeah. We ended up getting an apartment and everything out
because
there.
After the first South day, Beach. You could probably already have that stream fucking connected to where you can go out and get that spot.
Exactly. I mean,
because if you didn't go in there with that mindset, then it's like, what you gonna do?
Right. How do you stay motivated, or how do you stay what is it called? Not motivated, but how do you stay like strict? Because I know you have the type of regiment where you know what your overhead is. Obviously, you know what your spending money is. Like, how do you contain all that? Because to be honest with you, there's a lot of people out there, even an entrepreneur, seeing that a lot of money coming in. Being an entrepreneur, that shit could stop. So how are you so strict to not spend everything and know what to put aside, how much to put aside?
Okay, so there goes another
discipline. How are you so disciplined? That's the word.
Create a budget.
It pretty much, no, not necessarily create a budget. It just goes back to what I said before. I done been up and I done been down, and I done been so up to where I thought I could never be down again. Yeah. And money don't last forever.
Lo and behold,
if you keep taking out the pot is gonna eventually get empty.
Especially if you ain't putting nothing in, or if it's not coming in as fast as it should to replace it. It's like eventually it catches up to you.
Right.
You know, 2 streams might fail when you thought you had, maybe 3 or 4 coming in, and you never know which way it's gonna go. It's like stocks, bro. It's like when you invest in stocks and do things like that, it's like you never know which way they're gonna go because you're not there to actually physically work for the money or make whatever it is for the. When you're not there, it's like you're still depending on somebody else.
Exactly.
Your money is in somebody else's hands,
right?
Depending on how good or bad they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it also the discipline also comes from, I don't have a 9 to 5, so that check at the end of the week is not going to be there. I got to make my check.
Yeah.
So why would I stop making my check? If I was going to clock in, I wouldn't stop clocking in.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to stop clocking in for me.
Let me ask you this. I know that you have your hand in a lot of businesses. Mm-hmm. You've done a lot of things. Obviously, I don't want nobody in your business, but whatever you could tell me, what's your favorite business that you've ever had, or your funnest one?
Yeah, you had a couple that I remember that was just like, all right, we just gonna make something happen real quick.
I mean, but it worked, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, because it was like you look at the investment and you say, okay, I see what I could take this, and you see the vision. This is what I can turn it into.
Exactly. And it'd be quick. It'd be fast, easy.
Yeah.
I try not to make anything too difficult.
And a lot of people not willing to take that risk,
I don't know why. It's very simple. Like I said, scared money don't make none.
But it's all about what you into too,
I mean, it's a famous line Nipsey said, either I'm genius or you niggas scary.
Yeah.
Damn. But what's that business you had probably the most fun with? When you was like low key, there has to be a business where you was like, this ain't making no money, but this is fucking fun.
I mean, what I can tell you is music.
Music, okay.
Definitely music. I done had some fun doing some other things that we ain't gonna talk about.
No, that's why I said I want nobody in your business.
Yeah, we ain't trying
what you can tell me.
Yeah, incriminate nobody.
But
on nothing.
what I can say is I love making music. I mean, it's the atmosphere, the being in the studio, the everything. It before and after, I love doing.
You know what I think your favorite part is probably besides like just making music would just be the marketing part?
I like to leave that to somebody else.
Are you serious?
Yeah, marketing.
You seem to me, you seem like somebody who would be into the marketing part because you like, especially doing everything yourself.
No, the only reason that I would like doing the marketing is
so much in yourself.
Is just because I can see the numbers. I love numbers. That's the only reason I would love the marketing. Because if I could figure out marketing, I'd be a fucking billionaire.
Okay.
Because I'm the type of person that see what works, and I'm a go extreme until they change their policy.
Oh shit! See, man, that's the type of see.
A
lot of people aren't willing to push that.
Stream for you.
A lot of people aren't willing to push that issue.
We'll discuss it after the show.
Please do.
But yeah,
we're gonna put something together,
man.
Because I have a whole idea for innovative culture that we're trying to create.
Hell yeah, bro!
If it works,
it's gonna be the new World Star Media Takeout.
We're gonna do it until it don't work no more.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah, bro! But I appreciate you coming through, bro. I love seeing you when you come out here, bro. You already know when I saw you, I had to have you on the show, bro.
Man,
definitely.
A lot of dope ass memories.
Good energy when LayLoe around.
We're gonna obviously have you on again, bro, because we ain't even touch shit.
We ain't even halfway down the barrel.
Especially when D come back, because D got even more stories with you.
After this is over, we gonna think about so much other shit we should have brought up.
And that's what happened the last episode.
I know you got shit with D that don't nobody know about.
Oh man,
you could expose this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, any Instagram, any websites, whatever you want to push the people to?
Just the same ones as before. My Instagram is fly as LayLoe.
Yeah.
And the website is bhmthelabel.com.
Yeah.
You get your shirts there. You need a verse from me. It's all there.
All the contact info, all the links, everything, the music, everything is there. What is it again?
bhmthelabel.com.
Where can they find your project?
You can find it on all digital streams.
Definitely. You got some music out there on the net. Y'all need to check that out.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man.
Bang that in your car.
He flipped that. I got 5 on it. I love that shit.
He got music for everybody.
For sure.
Listen to the whole thing all the way through. Somebody gonna find something they like. Everybody, he got something for everybody on there. So I'm saying, pay attention to what he's talking about. Talking about. Some feel good. It makes sense. You know, you can understand what he's saying. He not out here fucking mumbling like all this bullshit that's on the radio. Right. So look, I'm gonna just keep it real. Fuck with him.
But anyways, man, Cam, let them know where they can find you, bro.
Man, you know, I'm at Cool As Cam on Instagram. You know how I do. Check me out at Innovative Culture or innovative.culture on Instagram. We're creating just a media platform for all kind of marketing and promotion for different art forms in our culture. Whether it be people who sing, rap, dance, act, the comedians. You know, we trying to give everybody a platform to get this exposure for what they want to do. You know, we got the FMAD podcast. You know, I've been a real supporter since day one, since it started, you know, and I've been on quite a few episodes, and I'm really trying to take this to the next level and see where we can take where this podcast started and build on it and go to something else.
I tell you what, man, when Cam got a vision, Cam got a motherfucking vision.
Man, I seen how hard you work for this shit, and I seen you have something that was working, so I said let's take something and let's build on it and let's try to make it something a little bigger.
Appreciate the fuck out of that.
So the FMI podcast is always gonna get promotion from me. You know, it's always gonna get that exposure. It's like I'm a
Let me tell y'all something. The easiest thing you can do to support your friends, fuck the fact that they're an artist. These motherfucking people are your friends.
Tell people about them.
No, not even that. Just double tap my fucking picture on Instagram.
Yeah. That's free.
Why you gonna scroll past my shit?
If that's all you have to do
free.
to show that you support me, why not? I double tap anybody I fucking see. There's a lot of people where off top GP, I don't even know what the fuck you posted.
I'm gonna like
but
it.
I'm gonna like it.
You just want to fucking follow me to tell people what I'm doing.
That's the easiest thing you can do as a
you
friend.
Can screenshot my shit and DM it to somebody else and be like, look at this
if you're trying to do some shit, especially on
Dumb
some
shit.
entrepreneur shit, the easiest thing you can do is just like my fucking picture.
Yeah, bro.
But anyways, man, speaking of that, make sure y'all hit up the homie Foolish D at foolish_D
with a PH, y'all.
With a PH, y'all.
And an underscore.
Hey, we gotta do it right for with an underscore in the middle, baby.
Yeah. Man, make sure y'all follow me at I am DJ Punch on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the host Shabambu Baby. Make sure you follow the podcast's page at the FMAD Podcast, Instagram, Facebook.
I just want to say
Twitter
one more thing.
Go ahead, bro.
To be successful, if you really want to be successful, you just got to put it in your brain that you can't see it no other way.
Yep, you got to make it happen. You got to get up every day and you got to put something towards your goals, because anytime you take off, it's like ain't nobody else putting that time. The only person that's missing that time is you.
Yep. I feel the fuck out of that. Well, shit, I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I appreciate y'all for sharing this time with me. We out, man. Peace.
Peace.